Welcome back to Weir Reading Virtual Story Time Summer Reading Story and Craft number 2 for the week of June 27, 2021, Big Animals. Never Mail an Elephant by Mike Thaler, illustrated by Jerry Smath. One day I decided to mail my cousin Dilly an elephant for her birthday. So I went to the stationery store and got lots and lots of wrapping paper. Then I went to the hardware store and got a big ball of string. Next I emptied my piggy bank and went to the post office to get lots of stamps. Then I went to the zoo and got an elephant. I covered the elephant with wrapping paper, wound it round with string, and tied a bow. Then I addressed it. The elephant giggled because it tickled. I let my dog Lucky lick the stamps. Then I pasted them on. Lucky's tongue stuck to the floor. I pulled him loose. Then we put the elephant on my wagon and pulled it to the corner mailbox. Then I pushed and shoved and stuffed the elephant in. As I headed for home, I met the mailman and told him about the elephant. The mailman went to the mailbox and opened the door. Then he pulled and tugged and yanked the elephant out. Then he wrestled it onto his cart and putted slowly to the post office. The postmaster put the elephant on the scale. Then he stamped it. The elephant went wild. Its legs shot out of the wrapping paper. It jumped through the air, crashed through the wall, and ran all the way back to my house. Since Dilly's birthday was that afternoon, I did the next best thing I could do. I tied a pink ribbon around the elephant. Then Lucky and I climbed on top and rode it next door to our party. Just what I wanted! Happy birthday! The end. Okay, we're going to make our paper plate elephant. What you need is a regular paper plate, and if you got a craft-to-go kit, then you're already cut out. But if you didn't, you cut off a little bit of the bottom and a little bit longer of the top. And these will give your elephant its ears. And these will glue together to make the trunk. So that's how that'll go. So of course you'll need a glue stick to glue that on. Googly eyes. Some paint. I'm just gonna make mine all bluish. It says turquoise on here. I thought it looked more of a bluish gray, but whatever. I'm gonna make my elephant blue, turquoisey blue, whatever. You'll want to squirt that on a plate. You need a sponge, and you'll want to dampen it. You don't want it soaking wet, but you want it to be able to, squish. So we'll put the googly eyes aside for now. The first thing I'm gonna do is paint my elephant. So I'm just gonna dip it in the paint. And I'm just sponge painting. I'm just doing dabs of it. And you want to cover the whole thing. Don't do too thick or it'll take forever to dry. Of course, look who's talking. I probably will put it on way too thick, as per usual. Yeah, I can already see it's too thick in places. The sponge paint gives it, or the sponge gives it, the paint, a nice texture. It almost looks like little bubbles. See? You just blend it in. You can paint lots of stuff like this. Some people even paint their walls with sponges to give it a nice texture. I don't know if that's so common now. It was big a few years ago. Well, I guess it's 3 o'clock. Sorry guys, I didn't check the time before I started. So we got the bell in there. But there's our elephant. And he's all nice and covered. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this first. I'm just gonna put some glue from the glue stick right on this little one. And then overlap it with the bigger one. And that should stick pretty well. Then I'm gonna paint that with the bluish turquoisey color. And again, you can use any color you want. You might want to make your elephant gray because that's how we see them at the zoo and on TV. You might want to make him pink or purple or green. Whatever color you want to make your elephant, you do it. Don't let me restrict you on your imagination. But I chose blue because I like blue, and that's what the Pinterest one did, so I copied her. Art is imitation, right? Okay, so that's totally covered. I'm just gonna go ahead and glue these on now because I think the paint will help them stick. Put this up a bit. I'm gonna put this on the back of here. Glue it there. And again, the paint will help it stick. I kind of smudged some of it so I can go over it again with the sponge. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue stick glue on the back of the eyes and stick those guys on. Oops, well, he's got a little blue on his eye. I think that'll clean off though, because I use washable paints. So there's that, and once it's dry, I will show you how he turned out.